Okay, so it's 2019 and I'm going to take a look at what games are coming out this year for this thing. So not just any old games though, games that I'm interested in. So these are like, I don't know, 9 games for the Switch for 2019 that I think are going to be worth your time. That screen needs cleaning. Let's take a look. I've been joined by him. He wants to know about Switch games. Alright, so first up is Town, and we don't really know much about this one just yet, as it was only announced in like September, I think, but here's what we do know. It's a turn-based RPG. Hi, Cat. Yeah, it's a turn-based RPG from the same team who brought us games like Pokemon, and Drill Dozer as well, if you're a Game Boy Advance enthusiast. And it takes place in like a small town, obviously, as you'd expect, and I just don't know, I just think it looks kind of cute, maybe one to watch. It's slated as a 2019 release right now, and I think it would probably work well as like a summer game, like a late summer game. So yeah, that's my first pick for 2019, I'm looking forward to Town. Alright, next up is Untitled Goose Game. This is a small game from an indie studio in Australia called House, I think, and it's a stealth game in which you play as a goose. Really. I don't know, there's something about this, the kind of the aesthetic of it, I really like the style of it. It kind of reminds me of Katamari Damacy in terms of the visuals, but you just play an asshole, and that can be fun sometimes, right? But yeah, you just get to cause mischief as this goose, and it just looks like a blast, and it's coming to like PC as well, I think, but this on the Switch, just jumping in for a few minutes and just messing around and teasing and causing mischief with the townsfolk or village people, whatever it is, village people. Untitled Goose Game. Hasn't got a name yet. Maybe it'll be called Untitled Goose Game, I don't know, or Honk. But this one I'm really looking forward to. I think it's not going to have like much longevity to it, but I think it's going to be a real short blast of fun, and I think it's going to be a blast. So I'm really looking forward to Untitled Goose Game. Right, so next on my list for 2019 picks is Luigi's Mansion 3. That's a working title at the moment, so that may change to something more interesting. But the reason it's here on my list is because, well, I loved the first game. I have really fond memories of bunking off school back in 2001 to go and pick up my launch day GameCube, grabbing a copy of Luigi's Mansion with it, along with like Rogue Squadron and Super Monkey Ball, I think. But yeah, the first game, it's not too long, it's probably about 4 to 6 hours to complete it, but I remember having a real fun time with it. I didn't play the 3DS version, mainly because I didn't have a 3DS, but I'm really looking forward to more of that, and I hope it's good. I've got high expectations for it. So yeah, my third pick is Luigi's Mansion 3. Right, next is Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. Now, I wasn't too sure on including this one because I haven't played any of the previous No More Heroes games, so I'm going in blind on this one. However, from what I've heard of it, it looks really interesting, and I think it's going to be cool. It's a Switch exclusive, and what I do know about it is that obviously the main character, Travis, is kind of working his way through like video game history and various video games, so it's going to have a lot of variety to it in terms of the gameplay. So that's kind of what appeals, because it's going to have like action sequences, racing sequences, puzzle challenges, things like that. So that's kind of why this is here, because I think it's going to be a real mixed bag, something really weird, and I think that's going to make it interesting. So that one is Suda51, coming out real soon actually. I think it's like January the 18th, something like that. So that one, I think, is one to watch too. Okay, this next one is a bit of a confession. I've never played Final Fantasy VII. Now, I don't know if that's a bad thing or not, if people care anymore really, but I've never played it. It's been on my backlog for the best part of 20 years. So the fact that it's coming to the Switch, the original, not the remaster that's in hiatus, I guess. Yeah, the original is coming to the Switch this year, and as are a load of other Final Fantasy games actually. If you like Final Fantasy, Switch seems to be a really good platform for you right now. But as I've never played the original, I figure this is a good place to play it. So it might not be a very exciting choice for all of you watching, but it's a personal pick for something I want to play in 2019 on the Switch. So yeah, Final Fantasy VII is one of my picks for the year. Moving on, we've got Super Meat Boy Forever. I loved the first Super Meat Boy game, and I also hated it. I think that's quite a common feeling with this game though, isn't it? I originally played it back on the Xbox 360. I think it was like an arcade title back in the day. I want to say like 2008. When was it released? Let's have a look. Okay, it was released in 2010, so like 8 years ago. 9 years ago. Oh, 2019, right? So yeah, more of that, please. I love the first game. It's rock hard. It makes you rage quit a lot, but that on the Switch, it's going to be good, man.
So Super Meat Boy Forever, I think that's out in April. I think that's going to be good. All right, this next one is the Pokemon RPG that's coming to the Switch in 2019, or the Pokemon RPGs, I should say, because there's no doubt going to be 2 versions. Last year, obviously, we got Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and a bit of a confession, I didn't really get into that. And I've wanted to kind of sink my teeth into a decent Pokemon game for quite a while now. I've been out of the loop for a while, admittedly. I played like Red, I played like Gold, I played Leaf Green, I think. And then I kind of, I played one of them on the DS, I can't remember which, Diamond or Pearl maybe. And then since then I've not been involved in the series at all, so I haven't played any of the 3DS ones. So when Pokemon Let's Go came out for the Switch, I was all in on that. And it's a great looking game, it looks beautiful, it sounds great, but I don't know, it was just a bit too basic. And it was just essentially a remake of Red, Yellow, Blue, whatever you want to call it. So for a whole new Switch game that's going to have all of the kind of regular expectations of a Pokemon game, so full-on battles, wild battles, I imagine. I'm looking forward to that. I hope to see what they do with it. So yeah, Pokemon. Let me know if you liked Let's Go. Like, on reflection, now it's been out for a while. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next Pokemon game, to see what they do with it. So that's my next pick, Pokemon. All right, the next one on this list we don't really know much about either, and that's Sayonara Wild Hearts. It was announced back in December 2018 at the Game Awards, and it's from the Swedish studio Simogo. Not much is known about it, but it kind of dubbed itself as a pop album video game, and that alone kind of had me interested, really. It's kind of a cool sounding concept. Similar to kind of how Travis Strikes Again is a bit of a mix up to the formula. But the reveal is a pretty fast-paced thing. I'm going to show you some footage now. What I can gather, it's a rhythm action game of some sort, but I don't entirely know. But it looks cool, it sounds cool, and it looks like it's going to play cool as well. So that one is definitely high up my list for 2019. I think it's going to be interesting. Okay, and finally, for my 2019 picks, of course, it's got to be Animal Crossing. This is the sort of game where you can just lose yourself forever into it, isn't it? And I remember importing the original on the GameCube from, I want to say America, because it took forever to get released in Europe. So yeah, I imported a copy of that with my freeloader and played it to death. So I loved the GameCube one. I had a fun time with the DS one as well. Again, I've been out of the loop for a while. I don't think I played the Wii one. And obviously Wii U, we can just forget about what happened there. But yeah, I am ready to owe Tom Nook a lot of money again. And I think the Switch is one of those consoles that's just going to be perfect for it, isn't it? You can just dip in every day, do what's necessary, you know, speak to you. It's just going to be fun. And I really hope they nail the kind of online component here in terms of visiting your friends' towns and stuff. And I hope that's really easy. Obviously, I hope they mix up the formula a little bit. But Animal Crossing is definitely high on my list for 2019. Okay, so those are just a few of the games that I'm looking forward to this year. Now, of course, there's no Super Mario Bros. U on the list, or Yoshi, before folks start commenting on that. And I know, I picked this list of things that I'm personally looking forward to, and if you're really hyped for new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, then that's good for you, but it's not doing much for me. Anyway, so if you enjoyed my video, my raspy holiday season cold voice, sorry if I've sniffled, then I'd love if you could give this video a like. And also, I'd love to know what games you're looking forward to as well. So let me know in the comments, especially any kind of under-the-radar indie games that you're aware of, that I should be aware of, because, or everyone should be aware of, really. Let us know in the comments, because it's all about sharing the knowledge, right? So yeah, thanks for watching. Give us a like, subscribe, that sort of stuff. And thanks for watching again. Peace.